Hello, David Monaghan here to talk you through the photography and digital imaging course here at CAD, which takes place between September and March coming. Um, the course is definitely suited to students who are interested in exploring various ideas through photography, and over the course of the 6 months, you'll develop your own projects from start to finish and emerge with a really interesting body of work under your arm to move forward. Um, yeah, and these are all explored. These concepts and ideas are explored through lectures and tutorials. Before you start the course, you have to have completed a course in photography and have a basic knowledge of how a digital and analog SLR actually operate. And you need good computer skills. If you don't have the basics, I think you need to refresh your skills. We have a 5-day summer course which runs the last week in June and is always popular with potential cert course students. Portfolio submission and application is required for the course, and the portfolio includes a demonstration of particular skills in response to a written brief, which can be acquired here from CAD or from the address shown on screen. There are 5 modules in the course: 3 creative practice modules, 1 visual culture module, and a professional practice module. And we'll show you some work from the creative practice modules as we go along. Within the creative practice modules, you'll have an opportunity to explore analog photography, film processing and printing, studio photography, lighting and other media. Framing and displaying work to an audience is also a key part of the course. The staff on the course are myself, David Monaghan, Robert Ellis, Dr. Orla Fitzpatrick, and Arthur Sikora. And you can browse our online work at the NCAD CAD site by going to the Photography and Digital Imaging tab. The course is approximately 25 weeks long. There's 2 evenings weekly and project work undertaken independently. So it's a self-motivated student who comes to this course to produce their own body of work. And at the end of it, it's a very, very rewarding process. So the course commences in September and finishes in March. Classes are 2 hours 45 in duration and run twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:15 to 9 o'clock. And application forms are available from CAD staff at ncid.ie or from the organisers of this open day. So here is some work from the course that has happened over the last few years. Our first area is in documentary practice, which is in the first module of the course. And here's a piece by Brian Daly made on black and white 35mm film at the hairdressers in Stony Batter, as far as I can remember. It's an absolutely fantastic piece of work, which shows you, work going on in situ on a Saturday morning in a hairdressers in Stony Batter in Dublin. This piece by Natalia Riffran was about tango, and it's an amazing piece that followed a tango class over several weeks and documented its dancers at a very, very close and intimate level, both in colour and in black and white. Anna Cassidy, in the last year or so, has made this piece on her dad, who is in a care home. And this is his dictionary. This is his copy of Elegy written in a country churchyard, which is a favourite poem of his. Beside a can of Guinness, his glasses, and the remote control of the TV. Okay, it's him having a coffee. Keeping in touch with the world on his computer. His name attached to his socks, etc., etc. Beautiful stuff all over, for sure. Jim Byrne got access to rehearsals for a showing of Riverdance here in Dublin some years ago. I made this beautiful piece of the artists rehearsing at rehearsal rooms. Gail Godfrey made this beautiful piece on Polaroid film, which is a really, really small format, of a deserted cottage she came across in the middle of the country. This is maybe about 6 or 7 years ago. Let's have a look. Quite a beautiful piece, showing the decay inside. So another in one of our other modules, there's an environmental portraiture project that people have shot in the last few years, and here's some work from that module. Sean O'Donnell made this piece of work when there was a dispute on Cleary's just after all of the staff had been dismissed. They staged a protest outside the shop for some time, and Sean made these really, really beautiful portraits where he had the person stand with a sign indicating how long they had worked in the shop. Yeah, 2015 was the year of that work, and Brian Daly then made these portraits of artists in their studio spaces, which were very revelatory of the works and the mindset of the artists in particular. Here we go. That, I think, is Brian's father. It's a wallpaper artist, a steel artist in his workshop, and a street artist. Gabor Herxkefalvi made this piece of work in Pantibar, and a very challenging piece because if you're familiar with the space, the changing area, dressing room, is a really, really tiny spot and very, very hard to get a good work done in. And Gabor managed to make these fantastic portraits there over a couple of evenings. And recently, in the last 2 years, Elizabeth Downs made this beautiful piece of work of performers lost in that moment of performance, just in their own internal space as they were preparing to or in the middle of playing a piece of music. So this piece by Natalia Riffran is a final piece. She made a beautiful book from this work, and it's about human insignificance, and it shows the universe juxtaposed with small micro shots of plants. And they're very, very beautiful with really, really interesting colours and interesting double exposure technique expressed in these pieces. Amaya Arganzana made this piece about the passage between from childhood to adulthood. all made on black and white medium format. Beautiful, beautiful work. Rich photographic prints were the final product. And over the years, various people from the course have moved on and done amazing work and had levels of success in various fora. For example, Jeanette Lowe was a finalist in the Taylor Westing Portrait Photography Prize in 2010. Jerry Blake won the Curtin O'Donoghue Award for Best Emerging Photographer in 2015 at the RHA. Erin Quinn was a Hennessy Portrait Prize finalist in 2014. This was the inaugural year of this Hennessy Portrait Prize, in actual fact. Jerry Blake was a Hennessy Portrait Prize finalist in 2015. Arta Sikora took a third place winner in international competition in Monochrome Photography Awards in the Professional Architecture category. And Neve Smith most recently was a finalist in the National Gallery's Zurich Portrait Prize in 2019, but she has been successful again with an amazing photograph of her grandfather in 2020. The closing date for applications for September 2021 is late June 2021, and further information, reapplications, would be available from CAD staff at ncad.ie or at the telephone listed below. Thank you very, very much. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you in September. Thank you.